life is short. I had a couple of people that I went to high school with passed away last week. 69 years old, graduated with me, and I don't know, makes you take stock of your life a little bit. You know, it used to be when I'd see somebody that I considered a contemporary for my time, I would see them pass away, 72, 73 years old. I used to think to myself, well, when I was 50, well, I got at least another 20 years to go. But now these people are passing away. Some of them the same age as me, some of them younger than me. And I start to realize that time is short. We're not guaranteed tomorrow. And I want to make the most of the time left for me. I have no grandchildren yet. I really look forward to that and hope I last that long. And I don't know, is this morose? Should I not be talking about this stuff? Am I depressing all of you guys? Listen, this is just the ravings of an old fat guy on a motorcycle. I'm finding that these days I'm doing more. I make videos. I just don't post them because I really don't think that most people are interested. But I'm not doing a lot of this kind of work. I'm enjoying my rides. I'm recording my rides. I have my rides on video, whether they're on YouTube or not, and that's good enough for me. I have had one viewer, and I'd like to give a shout out to him. It's Robert Mers from Dry Rock Studios. He's up in British Columbia, and we've communicated via email. He was instrumental in getting me through my cripple period because I watched his videos, man. He was going to all of the places that I wanted to go to on a motorcycle and couldn't. And you know, I never left a comment for the guy. As many videos of his as I watched, I never left a comment, and I didn't realize how important comments were to creators until I became a creator. And then I reached out to him, and we've become friendly over YouTube and sending emails, and I want to give a shout out to him today. Check out his stuff. It's very well done. The production quality is excellent, and he's been a lot of places. Very interesting guy too. But there's a guy that I was looking forward to meeting in British Columbia. I'm still looking forward to him. I'd still like to take the trip out there, if for nothing else, to meet him. Seems like a genuinely real nice person. And when I was having trouble justifying posting videos, Rob was one of the guys who gave me kind of like that second shot at the beginning of this year to say, listen, you know, when I see a video from you, it's like a visit from a friend. And he lives a million miles from nowhere. He has a farm. And when he said that to me, I thought, you know what, that's exactly how I feel. That when I see those videos come up, it's like a visit from a friend. So it kind of gave me a shot in the arm, and I started posting videos again. And for a while, I was motivated. And but then I was getting ready for my Alaska trip, and I had other things to take care of. My oldest son is looking for a home, a house, and we started spending time doing that with him when he had to go see a place, and there were just a lot of things going on in my life. I went down to visit my sister last winter, and well, actually, when I was visiting my sister, I had nothing else to do. I had already sold my properties. That didn't need any attention, and I just made videos, and it was fun, and I did that really kind of until I came home. So, I don't know, folks. The golden years have kind of been a bit of golden-plated years. They ain't solid gold, baby. I'm happy to be in the situation that I'm in, in terms of being independent, being able to do what I want when I want, having the money to do what I want when I want. Looking forward to a change of scenery by moving down to Tennessee. So I got a lot of stuff to look forward to, and I don't want you to take this as this is not a this is not a suicide video. Although it might sound like it, it's just I'm being honest. That's all. And if you're not interested in it, that's okay. I know that I'm going to be interested in what I was feeling this day, maybe 5 or 10 years from now, maybe next week. I don't know. And maybe by then everything will have changed. Life has a way, Life has a way. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so this is one of those deals that today I just felt like I needed to get out of the house. The weather has been lousy here for a few, kind of most of last week. I had a lot of rain. We had a storm that came up from the south, tropical storm, Ophelia, I think it was. And then we had another storm front come through Friday and yesterday. Today and the next week or so should be good. I will take my I'll take my Voyager up north, I think. I'd like to do some riding in the North Country this time of year. You can see already the leaves are starting to change, and should be coming into color season kind of this week, I think, this week and next week. And, yeah. Anyway, for right now, I'm going to say, oh, look at this, huh? Look at this, what is it, a Model T, Model A? I don't know the difference, but she's a model. Yeah. Listen, I'm riding something that's going to be a model pretty soon, too. This bike is 23 years old, and kind of one of the reasons that I wanted to take this today instead of the Goldwing is first of all, just to see that it'll do the trip without any hiccups. I'd really like to do a longer trip than this. This is just going to be, I don't know, less than 200 miles probably. I'll try and make it a solid 200 miles for the day. But so far, so good. This thing's running like a top, knock on wood. And I'm pretty pleased to have it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm really not looking forward to moving 6 motorcycles down to Tennessee, but it would be nice to have at least 5 of them. I really don't have much use for the Sharon's 1200 Bandit, so I'll probably be getting rid of that. But even these, I don't know. I went this week and I looked at new Goldwings, and I thought I would be 70 years old. Why not buy myself a nice new bike? I haven't had a new bike since 1989 when I bought my Katana, and everything since then has been used. This was really the first used bike that I ever purchased. And after having this and riding this, it suddenly dawned on me that there was not a lot, that having a lot of need for a new bike. That, you know, you could find so many beautiful low mileage motorcycles for short money. And generally I think to myself, why not buy something that's already got 40 coats of wax on it? Somebody else did it. They've treated the bike well, haven't put a lot of miles on it, and they've taken it back for all the recalls, and they've absorbed the depreciation. Used bikes have a lot going for them that at least from my point of view, they do. There isn't really kind of any bike that you can't find, no matter the age, that isn't in excellent condition if you look long enough and hard enough. And I'm pretty patient when it comes to that.
One, two, three. So I'm on 495 headed north towards New Hampshire. This gentleman in front of me is somebody I know from the New England Riders, and he's riding a 1979 Honda Goldwing, and the thing is just in beautiful shape. Now, I was going to ride back roads all the way back to Manchester from West Boylston, Mass. But when I met Ken, who used to live in Massachusetts, he told me that he now lives in Maine. And it's up near, well, it's actually a town called Limerick, which is pretty far north. So he's got a 4-hour ride from West Boylston. We decided to ride together. And I didn't think making his ride longer by going back roads was a good idea. So we just decided to blast up the highway. And when we get up to Manchester, he's going to continue. I'll get off and go home, and he's going to get on 101. And I guess he'll head over to Route 16 and take that up north and then cross over. And when he gets up to the Conway area, he's going to cross over into what the heck's in the Freiburg, Maine, and head over to Limerick. I think that's the way he'll go. And in the meantime, we're having a pretty good ride. It's always good to see somebody you haven't seen for years. Ken has a lot of motorcycles, mostly Harley Davidsons. Although the last time I saw him, he was riding a BMW. I think that's long gone. And I think he said to me he was collecting Harley Davidson FXRs. I wish I was more of a knowledgeable. I wish I was more knowledgeable about Harley Davidsons. I'm not really quite sure what an FXR is, but when I get home, I'm going to look it up and check it out. Had a good ride. Not a ton of traffic. We stopped for gas. My card was eaten by the gas pump. It locked it in twice, and it was the weirdest thing because when I finally, it had to have a PIN number. So I put my PIN number in twice, and both times it locked it. I had to cancel the transaction. And then by the time I got it working, it pumped 0.91 gallons, and the pump quit. It just said, pump is stopped. And I couldn't get it to go again. So I put less than a gallon of gas in my bike. I got plenty to make it home. It was just really weird. Really, really weird. Never had that happen to me before. Suzuki Intruder is running well today, really well. I really wanted to check my gas mileage, Because the last tank I only got 34 miles to a gallon, which is pretty rotten for this bike. But I think there were a lot of extenuating circumstances. It sat for a while, and I started it up a few times, and it never runs good when it. Well, I shouldn't say it doesn't run good, but it uses a lot of gas when it first starts up. So we're getting off at the Lowell connector up here, and we're going to head up Route 3 instead of going up to 93. And yeah, been a good day. Been a beautiful day. I mean, the temperature is absolutely perfect for riding. It's a nice clear day, plenty of sunshine, and the temperature was on, I think the hottest it got was like 73 degrees. It was a good gathering of motorcycles. It must have been 50 to 75 motorcycles. What are we doing here? Yeah, we got to go right. We got to go right. We got to go follow. We got to go right. There we go. Yeah, so anyway, there were probably 50 to 75 bikes, and there were two groups there, really. New England Sport Touring, which is my friend Jim, or OSJ's group. You can find him on Facebook, by the way, New England Sport Touring, NEST. And we also had a large contingent there from the New England Riders organization. A lot of riders. Listen, while I'm thinking about this, I want to give a shout out to kind of the head guy of New England Riders, Easy Ed Condi. Ed had an accident, pretty serious accident. I think he broke his leg and fractured his pelvis. He was in a hospital in Vermont for, I don't know, maybe a couple of weeks, and then he got moved to rehab in Boston, which is where he is now. He's got a long road ahead of him. I want to wish him well. I don't think he watches my videos, but I'd like to ask everybody to say a prayer for him. He broke 6 ribs, very painful, I know, and I'd like it if everybody could just say a little prayer for him. Ed Condi, good guy, has a great organization there, New England Riders. You should check it out at newenglandriders.org, I believe it is. It's a wealth of information. If you're ever going to tour up here in New Hampshire or New England, you should check that out first. They've got downloadable routes, suggestions for places to eat, things to see. Really good organization. Ed, I hope you get well soon. You know, we all know the risk we take riding motorcycles. But when something like that happens to someone you know, it really makes you stop and kind of take inventory. You know, there, but for the grace of God, go I. Seriously. 1, 2, 3. Well, if you guys follow my channel, you have seen this stretch of road 100 times. This is the way I always come in and go out, or typically the way I go in and go out. I just split up with Ken, and he's on his way to Maine. And this has been a great day. I'm glad I got out on a Sunday. Took the time to ride down to West Boylston, meet a bunch of other motorcycle riders. Had a good sausage sup with peppers and onions. Met a couple that invited me to sit with them, and I was introduced to the gentleman. His name was Rich. I said, "Oh, my name's Rich." And I said to the lady, "What's your name?" She said, "Sharon." I said, "Oh, no kidding. My wife's name is Sharon." She said, "No kidding. We're married, Rich and Sharon." Pretty unusual. I was sitting across from a Rich and Sharon. Yeah, probably no big deal. It was entertaining for me. What can I say? Yeah, I lead a pretty boring life, I guess. Here we go. Oh, this guy's a little bit over in my side of the lane. Well, I could have done that shift better. I should have downshifted one more gear there. Yeah. So listen, I don't remember to do this enough, but I want to ask you guys if you would kindly subscribe to my channel, or at least give me a like. I could use the encouragement, and at some point I would like to get paid for some of the ads that YouTube shows. Boy, this road will rattle your teeth. Yeah, I'd like to get paid for all those ads that YouTube shows on my channel. You know, I guess my channel's not good enough for them to pay me, but it's good enough for them to advertise. And I'm sorry that you guys get put through that, but I guess that's just the way YouTube works. I'm a little disillusioned with YouTube, to be honest with you, but that's a whole different vlog, I guess. And for now, I guess this is it. I've had a good time. I'm glad you ride along with me. I'd like to say so long, and I'll catch you again. I'm going to start putting out more videos. I've been promising to put out my Utah National Park series, and I've started work on last year's trip. But for all intents and purposes, that's all I got to say for today. Please like and subscribe. I'll be back. Over and out.